What's going on, guys? My name is Richie, and welcome to episode 2 of my AC Milan career mode. Now, this is gonna be an action-packed episode, almost 20 minutes long, and it's gonna be mostly the highlights from all the preseason games. So, while the games are going on, I'll just talk about this career mode and just how I'll be planning to do it. It's gonna be one episode per in-game week, so basically what happens in 1 week in the game will be one episode. So if there's two games in 1 week, then there'll be two games in one episode. So that's how that will go. Some of the games will be full matches, some will be extended highlights. In fact, most will be extended highlights with live commentary. The only games that won't have like live commentaries is probably games. It's probably only these preseason games because I just wanted to kind of rush through these so that we could get into the real business. And yeah, I'm only gonna be doing one season, but I'll treat the signings as if I was playing multiple seasons. It's probably I know it's also late to be starting a career mode, but I just thought why not? This is how I'm gonna be doing my channel from now on, so I didn't want to just leave everything just not have anything uploading for the time being. So, you know, with this preseason like this whole preseason I guess tour. It's not really a tour, but these three preseason games, I wanted to treat it like a real or kind of like real life where you use the preseason as a like to test players and see who we can use in the regular season. Right here we get a penalty after the foul Niang. And they said that Balotelli has never missed a penalty in his entire career, right? So I decided to give Balotelli the penalty, and this happens. So I missed the penalty with Balotelli, and that was a bit embarrassing. But anyway, so yeah, I really just wanted to give everybody a run, just to see just to see who would fit into the team, who is good enough to play, if I need to send anybody on loan, and at the end of it all, I decided that I'll keep all the players, and I didn't really need to add anybody because I think this squad they're good enough. So yeah, most of the tactics I'll be using is mostly like short passing and possession based football. I set up the team tactics to play like that because it'd be harder to play the way I want to play with Milan's default settings. Even though it's similar, I just decided to just tweak some things because I want them to play with like my identity. And yeah, so in this game, I don't know if you saw it there, but one of the center backs, the young center back, Salomon or whatever. Um, I gave him a start because he asked to play and he was gonna play. Look at that finish from Niang. That's his first of the preseason. He'll be an option for striker when the season comes around or in mid-season if Balotelli or El Shaarawy or Patini gets injured. And right there, bring on El Shaarawy for Balotelli. Of course, the main goal of this match wasn't necessarily to win, but it was more to just see who's good enough, who can compete. Right here, we got a silly foul. I thought that was a penalty, but turns out it was only a free kick. I don't know how, but you see the keeper Amelia here made a great save, and I included that just to show that I have a good backup keeper. He will be playing second string to Abiati. Abiati, even though he's old, he is a good keeper, and I want to. He'll be the keeper that I'll be using this season. I won't be selling him. I won't be looking for a better keeper. He seems good enough to take on the task. So yeah. Another thing I wanted to talk about was the team plans. Of course, the goals for the year set up by the team was just to like qualify for the Champions League and to like reach a cup final and stuff like that. But I've set high personal goals. I want the team to win the league, to win the cup, and to win the Champions League. Winning the Champions League would be little bit tough, but I believe I can do it. Right here, you see the match stats for the team, the player ratings, and Robinho. was the man of the match with a 8.8 rating. So right here we get a message from Porto. They said that they accept the offer for Moutinho, and so I went into negotiations with him and gave him exactly what he wanted. He wanted 3 years, and I offered him 3 years. I told him that he'd be a crucial first team player because really that's what he would be. And right here we get a media report of how well one of the youngsters did, Salomon. And yeah, our last round. Oh yeah, right here Ambrosini says that he may retire after the season, and that didn't come out as a surprise because he's an older player. And right there, Salomon saying that he was grateful for getting playing time. Then here I get an offer for Abate from Atalanta for 5 million euros or whatever current, yeah, euros. And I didn't even think about it. I just declined it immediately because I don't have any better right backs, and he is one of the best right backs for me. So I decided to, decline it. And here we get a message from Solomon saying that he wanted to play again, but unfortunately I didn't play him again because I wanted to give everybody a run, and I wanted, if I was gonna play with any players twice, it'd be one of the first team players who are gonna play in a season. So right here we're going to the second game against Malaga, and this was a tough game, but like I said, the emphasis was more to give the players a run out and to see which players I could use and rely on in the season ahead. So, and like I said, it's not necessarily about winning, but I still do want to win because, you know, what's the point of playing if you're not gonna try and win? But, you know, yeah. But like I was saying before, the goals I set for the team are just to like just do as good as possible to win the league, to win the cup, win the Champions League, and even if I finish second in the league, that'd be fine because of course this team isn't as strong as like Juventus is, or well, it's probably stronger than Inter or just as strong or maybe even, yeah, stronger. So yeah, right here I get a chance with Boyan, and he really should have put that away. I think if Robinho was if Robinho was playing, he would have put that away because he is in some decent form. And well, not really in decent form. He played a good game in the last game, and the way form seems to work on this in career mode is if you play one good game, then if you get like a high match rating, then you're all of a sudden in form. And if that player plays well the next game and gets like another high match rating, then he's immediately in form. So yeah, so that was that. So yeah, um the board said that they wanted me to finish at least in fifth, which I think is kind of like shocking, knowing that Milan, just even years ago, were competing for the title right here. That's a good goal from Portillo. I thought I had everything covered. Like I had Mexes all over him, and I brought out the keeper, and he just put it to the right and just slotted it right past Abiati. It's just a really nice finish. It's almost like a chip, but anyway, so I keep getting sidetracked here. Yeah, so I completely forgot what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, the board said I wanted a fifth place finish at least, and I was thinking, nah, this is Milan. Almost 2 years ago, they were competing for the title. I know the team isn't as strong, but I have to, I have to try and get them back to where they were a couple years ago. It's almost like Liverpool. Probably not as bad, but like, you know. Anyway, I'm probably rambling on again. So anyway, right here I really struggled to break down Malaga. I was just trying to pass as much as possible. I don't know if it's because I was determined to dominate possession while they were kind of backing off the way they were, but um yeah, that's basically how the whole game was. And right here I brought on Balotelli for El Shaarawy eventually. and they brought on Isco, which was a little bit scary, but he didn't really have that much of an impact. And right here, I brought on Robinho for Boyan. And again, that's not because Boyan was playing bad or wasn't playing very well. I just need to keep rotating in preseason, and that would be the final score right here to the match ratings. Mexes was my best player according to the match ratings, and you see the match facts here. I dominated possession, but it didn't matter. And here, Moutinho says, yes, I want to be a Milan player, and he's all that was left was to accept the offer for him or accept him into the team. And yeah, and then I think oh no, wait, I'm lost. Right here, I went into the squad to add Moutinho into the team. This is how he'd look in the team. He'd be in a position where Boateng was at that right center midfield position. And then Salomon tells me how disappointed he was that he didn't play. And then I think I got an offer for Abiati from Granada for not even €1 million. And I didn't even consider it. I just declined it immediately. He made some good saves in the game against Malaga. He was the only reason I only lost 1-0. It should have been 2 or 3-0, maybe even 4-0. And then right here, we get media report talking about Nasharino questioning if Moutinho came to take over from him. And it was a bit frustrating because Moutinho is only replacing Boateng. He's not there to replace Nasharino. He's not taking over from him. And I don't want anything to upset Nasharino because he will be one of my key players this season. And that that shows because I made him the captain, and it just shows how much I need him and how much I rate him in this team or in this game. So right here, the third game of the preseason, the final game of the preseason against Nuremberg or however you want to say it. I started two of the young players, Gabriel in goal and Cristante in midfield, and I also gave Moutinho his debut because obviously I wanted to get him into action as fast as possible. And not wow, yeah. So I wanted to make up for the loss in the last game. I wanted to talk. I'm so confused. I wanted to make up for the loss in the last game, even though, like I said, it's preseason and there's no points to be won or gained or lost. I just wanted to make up for the loss because of a pride thing. Right here, I conceded a goal early on. It was a bit frustrating, but I did all I could there, and he's not the best keeper in the world, so I didn't really expect him to do much better right there. So yeah, basically I'm blaming the keeper for that goal, even though I probably could have defended a lot better. But anyway, so yeah, one of the reasons why I'm so frustrated with that whole media report about Nasherina is because he will be one of my key players this season, and and one time in FIFA 12 I lost a player because of a false media report that unsettled a false media report unsettled one of my players, and he ended up leaving because he was so unsure about he was just unsure about the situation. Um, oh, look at this right here. Cristante, one of the young players, got the equalizer. I did not expect him to have any impact on this game. He just went ahead and I thought he would coast right through this game. I didn't think he would have any impact. And then here he is coming up with a great finish for the equalizer. And I was really happy with that. So I played our youngster and he got a goal. And he really played well. He didn't lose the ball once, or not that I can remember. And every time he got the ball, he felt pretty decent. So he should be, he's a player that I may use this season sparingly though, because there are better players ahead of him. But it's good to know that I have another option, even though he won't be playing a lot. But yeah, with Nasharino, like I was saying, when I played in FIFA 12, there's like a false report. Oh, sorry, here again. Look at Cristante just getting the rebound and slotting it home. That made it 2-1. And at this point, I was like so hyped because I didn't expect him to do anything, and here he is scoring twice. And look at how he just hustled right to the ball, just pushed away the defender and was like, "No, I'm gonna score." And he just got his second goal of the game, which was completely above my expectations. And that was really fun to see, and I was so excited when it happened. And that meant that his form was gonna go up, so he would play a lot better if I decided to start him in league games. Right here, he sets up Nacherino. He could have gotten 2 goals and an assist in the first half. So, but yeah, um, let me try and discuss this Nacherino thing again. But let me talk about this first. I tried to cut it back for Niang, and he just hits the post. He doesn't even. I mean, he has a wide open goal, and he misses it. Like, just hit the target, man. I was so pissed when this happened. Like, how does he miss that? But anyway, right here you're gonna see Gabriel making a good save. He made up for that. Well, he made up for conceding the first goal, I guess. And yeah. So again, I want to talk about this Nasherino situation. So in FIFA 12, I lost a player because the media were making up false reports. And I played him as much as I could. I did everything I could to keep him. I declined as much offers as possible. And then eventually he said, I want to leave. Um, I can't play with so much pressure of the false reports and etc. Look at Niang getting another goal in this preseason. I can't wait to play with him in the upcoming year. Yeah, that player decided that he couldn't handle the false reports, and the board eventually sold him. Like, I didn't even have a choice. They got the offer from somebody, and they just decided, you know what, you can't keep him anymore, just sell him. Right here, I decided to take off Moutinho. I decided he had a good game. I didn't want to tire him out too much, and I decided to put in Traore. So, um, yeah, so that's why I was upset about this whole Nasherina thing. I wasn't really upset, I was just concerned. And then look at this from Robinho, just swerves right past the defender and just slots it in right past the keeper. That's some class from Robinho. I'm glad I didn't sell him after all. And he's probably just, if he could talk to me, probably just be like, "Boss, this is why you don't sell me. I'm one of your best players. Don't sell me, man." And he's been in some good form. So that was the end of that. I won 4-1. And yeah, I was really happy with that. I was happy with Cristante, and Cristante, of course, got man of the match. I don't know who else would have gotten it. And then that was that. So we get the offer for no, don't get the offer. That was just an email talking about Yepes's injury, which was he'd only be out for 5 days. There's nothing to worry about. And then you see the media report of talking about how good Cristante was. And then you get the offer for Balotelli from PSG for 27.5 million. So I was a bit stunned at this because I didn't expect to get such a big money offer. So I decided to stall for the time being, and then I went and looked for possible replacements. The first replacement I thought of was Lewandowski from Dortmund, and we saw how good he played in the last season. The second replacement I thought of was Higuain, and he's a player that I've always played good with in FIFA. He always seems to score for me when I play with Real Madrid. And the third guy, if you've seen my head-to-head series, you know how much I like Mandzukic, so I decided to put him on the shortlist as well. And at the end of my shopping, I guess, these were the three players that I decided would replace Balotelli if I would sell him. So I went into the offer for Balotelli from PSG, and I made a counter offer for 33 million so I could get a really good replacement. And I also wanted to get as much as I could out of this deal because Balotelli is a world-class striker and I could get a lot for him. But anyway, this is the end of this episode. We'll see what happens with Balotelli in episode 3. And we'll also kick off the season in the Cup with our first competitive game of the season. So I hope you can join me for that. And I also hope you enjoyed this episode. But for now, thanks for watching.